Apparently I never updated what I'm reading this week, but I am currently in the middle of The Madness of Lord Ian Mackenzie. I'm gonna lose my spot in it, and I'm really liking it. It is super fun. It's just a pretty solid historical romance, and the woman is not some like innocent virginal character, and our male protagonist is not awful. Like, I feel like all of the other ones I've ever read in historical romances are just these like man children, and in this one we have Beth, who is our female protagonist, and she is a widow. That's the female version. She's a widow, and it's been like 9 years since her husband died, and she's kind of finally ready to get back out into the world. And she gets engaged to a man, and Ian Mackenzie does not like that man, so he lets her know, that's a bad choice, don't marry him, I'll marry you instead. And she says, nah, I'm okay, we're just going to pretty much be friends with benefits. And so that kind of happens. There's a little bit more to that, but in a sense they become friends with benefits, and Ian is just like a mystery that we're trying to solve. I believe that he has autism, but in 18 whatever, they didn't know what that was, so he has been in an asylum when he was younger, and he was pretty much tortured, and so he has a lot of emotional trauma with that, and he doesn't believe that he is capable of falling in love, but he is just super drawn to Beth, and Beth is super drawn to him, and so far it's a good time. I'm really enjoying it, and I'll probably finish it, I'll say by Sunday, because I am very busy tomorrow, and tomorrow is Saturday. But the other book I am reading, and I don't know where it went, somewhere over there, is They Both Die at the End. I'm listening to the audiobook, and I listened to about 2 hours of it yesterday, and it was okay. I just didn't really care. There was one part that I definitely did tear up, just because it's a lot of talk about kind of what you would miss out in life if you died at this moment, and sometimes that just gets to you. I don't know about anyone else, but I've definitely thought about death a lot in my life, and just like what it would be like, and always kind of been a little bit scared about it. So I kind of relate to the main character, Mateo, who is going to die in this day. He got his phone call from whatever company calls out every day to let people know when they're gonna die, because it's a sci-fi if you don't know what this is, but I'm sure most people know what this book is about. But yeah, it just has a few moments that make you think like, oh, how would I feel on my last day on earth? Like, what would I do? So it's thought-provoking, but I'm enjoying the historical romance more than I'm enjoying this one. But we'll probably be checking in on Sunday to let you know what I finished. It's been a few days. I've been lazing about watching 911 on Hulu, because I heard that people who enjoyed Supernatural would enjoy 911, and I'm already on season 3 after only a couple of days, so I think it's safe to say I'm enjoying it. But I never updated what I got at the arts and crafts thing that I went to, or if I finished any books, so I'm gonna do that right now. So yes, I did finish a single book. I did not finish all of them that I wanted to, but I did finish this one right here, The Madness of Lord Ian Mackenzie, and I enjoyed it. I think it's like a solid 4-star for me. It got a little tedious to read towards the end, just because there is like a murder mystery that happens in this, and a few other things that are more mysterious in the background. And the couple in this, they do kind of get together before the ending happens too, so it's not like this will they won't they that keeps you going. They kind of get together and then things resolve afterwards, so I just didn't really feel the urge to finish it off, and I kept putting it down like every single page, but it was good. I just think that it dragged on a little bit too much at the end. And then I looked up to see like how many other books are in the series, and there's like 15 other books in this series. A few of them are novellas, but I think there's at least 9 or 10 full novels in this series, and I don't know if I want to carry on. I really like the writing style, and I am intrigued in the brothers in this and their stories, but I don't know if I want to commit to that many books. So that being said, that's the only book that I have read. I don't want to pick up, I don't want to pick up They Both Die at the End. This is the other one that I've been trying to read, and yeah, I haven't read anything since the first day that I read it, and every night I'm like, oh, I'll just listen to an hour, and then I watch TV instead. So I think I'll finish this sometime in the next couple of days. I might try and read some of it tomorrow, but I am not going to hold myself to that. So maybe in the next vlog you'll see if I wrap this up. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been reading. I've just not been feeling it lately. I want to read, but at the same time there are other things that I want to do also, and I felt like maybe last month I overdid it with how much I was forcing myself to read, and I wasn't really enjoying the other things that I've been enjoying, like playing Sims, watching TV, and just trying to figure out what I need to do with my life, because I am running out of time on how much longer I can take off of not working. So I really need to start figuring that out, and reading is a little bit of my escapism, so I kind of need to tone it down just a bit. So that being said, I'm still going to be reading. I just need to figure out how to balance my reading with my responsibilities. But anyway, if you would like to see what I got at the arts and craft thing, I'm going to go and pull those out now. I'll just do this quickly, just because I wanted to share them. But I got some wax melts from this local candle company that I always buy on from Etsy. My friend got me some of their candles before, and I just constantly buy them. They're like soy-based candles, and they're just so good. I love all of the scents. So I got like a coffee scented one, and then I got an apple harvest scented one, and they're delicious. And then there was this booth with really funny cups, tumblers, mugs, and stuff, and I had to buy a couple of things. So I got this mug that I'm not going to read out loud, but I think it's super funny. I cracked up, so I bought it. I got this magnet which says this, which I'm also not going to read. And then I got this beautiful tumbler, which I will also not be reading out loud, just because it's a little inappropriate. But this will probably be my new water drink, and I am obsessed with all of these things. But yeah, those are the things that I got. I really wanted to buy a bunch of other things, but I restrained myself. So I am going to actually, I think, try in watercolor tonight. I've been wanting to try it out for a little while, so I think I'm going to do that while I am watching 911. So if I remember, I will show you what I painted, and then I will let you know if I read They Both Die at the End. This is so random, but I don't know if you've ever heard of Gish, but it's the greatest international scavenger hunt that Misha Collins puts on every single year. And a few years ago I did it with my family, and one of the prompts was to watercolor something out of Skittles, and we ended up watercoloring Jensen Ackles' face. And I just found it when I was pulling out my watercolor paper, and it's still the most beautiful thing I think I've ever watercolored. Well, let's see if I can get a good angle of this. Hold on. I'm sorry, but some of my best work with Skittles. Okay, I'm gonna go paint now. So painting did not go well. I was using watercolor paper, but I guess it wasn't thick enough, so it was completely like shredding apart as I was trying to paint. So I scrapped that idea and just watched 911 until like 2 or 3 in the morning. And then I woke up though, and I did continue reading They Both Die at the End. I am close to finished. I'm a little over halfway, and this is a super fast read, and I'm also listening to it at 3 times speed, so I'll probably be done with it tonight, but I won't be done with it in this vlog. I'm just not loving it. I think that it's one of those stories that's like trying to be sad and profound, and I just don't like it. I've always had an issue with children dying, and these are like late teenagers. One's 17, about to turn 18 in 3 weeks, but he'll never get to, and the other one has just turned 18 a couple months ago, and it's just like neither of them got to live their life, and I don't like stories like that. I get that it's like a thing that happens in life, but I don't know, it's a bummer. And for what? They're both gonna die at the end. Like, what's the point of just like reading a little snippet of their life and their last day? And I guess I just like disagree with how they're spending it too. I don't know, it's just not for me, but it's okay. Like, I get why people like it, because there are some moving parts. I've definitely teared up a few times. It's just not a story that I would have picked out on my own if I didn't know that there was so much hype around it. That's all. I will be completely honest. I have a friend who read it, wanted me to read it, and I said absolutely not. I'm not gonna read a story where they both die at the end. So I asked him to give me all of the spoilers on it, so I already know what's gonna happen and like how they're both gonna go out too. So it's also making me not want to like keep reading, but I'll finish it tonight. I'm sure it's going to be fine. I get why people like it. It's compelling enough, and it's written in a way that's really easy to read too. So I get it, but I I should have read something else. I should have just, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But I think I have to end this vlog here because it is already Wednesday, and usually I finish vlogs on Tuesday, and I haven't even started to edit this one. So I'm going to be editing and uploading within the next couple of hours. But that is all that I have for this vlog. I will be vlogging what I finish in the last week of October. I still have 3 more books to finish for my TBR, so I think I might be taking a punishment for my TBR video, which should be what's coming out on Friday. So you can stick around to see what I will be reading in November, along with the fanfiction read-along. If you have not seen that announcement, I announced it just the other day. Me and Serena from Read the Riot are hosting that the second 2 weeks of November. And we are super excited. It's gonna be so much fun, and I'm already just wanting to read fanfiction. But anyway, I will see you in my next video, which should be my TBR. Bye.